Good morning from Benin. I be the name of the program in the reach from independent television. Anywhere at all across the world, when we see they watch us, I say welcome and good morning again. Every time we say we go look, we go say we could look at the state of the nation. State of the nation. What did they happen? Today, we want to look at the state of the states. We could look at the state of the state, those states. Because this one now, we go call the person when we say we know they in charge of information for those states. Every matter when we say they for the state, a day for a hand. We'll call maybe say come talk to us. Now, no other person but our friend and brother, Andrew Adaze Ewanta. Welcome to our program.
Yeah, good morning, my brother Sado.
Greet you.
Good morning to our viewers at home.
Greet you. You know, to the more take but because the many issues they when we say we need to take, but time no be our friend. So more manage time and all of that. I want to find out from you, what will be the picture about the central hospital, specialist hospital ready for Sapler Road and all of that? Why would I decide to destroy or demolish the place?
Yeah, thank you. You know, say that hospital done this for over 100 years, right? And this one at government should be say we don't want to put anybody in the dark. And of course, the opposition fails that issue even before we start those basic things. And to a very large extent, those specialist hospitals, they're the same premises with that hospital. And remember, say over some months ago, government don't talk say they want to do serious work for Central Hospital. Now, even Governor Fair raised this issue when he finished that inspection of this hospital, this new place they just give approval. Those states School of Nursing and Midwifery. You know, just recently that place done ready. Yeah. And the Nigerian Midwifery Nursing and Midwifery Council give approval. So now that the governor talks say, as the Obasanjo did now, we need to expand that place. He talks say, yes, some services for the present location will be a central hospital.
Okay, you know what to do there because I get one small I get small signal now say if let's say your voice no clear, so maybe we could drink some more water, make the voice clear and all of that. We'll just take one very short break. I will just start. We'll just take a very short break. We'll drink water so people go hear us well. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. We're there with the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Communication, if I don't make a mistake.
Yes.
Andrew.
No, Communication and Orientation.
Okay, Commissioner for Communication
and Orientation. Yes.
Okay. I say welcome again because now they talk for government, man. I mean the communication and they communicate between us and the rest. Before we take that small water we drink just now, they talk about the specialist hospital for Sapler Ring Road. Yes. What make una demolition, and that be the question when we say yes, we did.
You know, at times some of these things that they talk outside not be correct information. Now that they call misinformation.
And that make us call it
because government get plan. And as I talked before, now when governor go the new Edo State School of Nursing and Midwifery, right? Talk say plans there to relocate some services from Central Hospital to the present place they work on, which is the Stella Obasanjo Hospital. Government get plan to expand them. Before now, it was just mother and child, but the place they big, and you know during COVID, there's a whole lot. Some of these facilities play. So governor, in his wisdom, feels say the old Central Hospital premises. There are many buildings there. You require government intervention, namely because these buildings they not they use some of them again, right? And to that extent, some of those services they want to locate and go Stella Obasanjo
What should I want to do for that place now?
Of course, government not be everything government will tell you say CI1B because they will need to restructure. I not be commissioner for health. They need to restructure that place. The Edo State School of Nursing and Midwifery. Remember, I said that place not good before for I. But the present situation there, you will agree with me, say that approval. Now, as a result of the transformation, you don't take place there. So that our people, excuse me, so that our people here they home, even if they want to go abroad. With the kind of education they will get there, when they ask them which school you go, the standard na better standard, and most of them will be the manpower you will use, not only for our, they get tertiary, which is UBT, they get secondary, which is the way Central Hospital and Stella Obasanjo. Then you can't get primary healthcare centers. The present commissioner for health, now one of the areas that she want to address, he want to bring healthcare down to the people. So
but the way I'm coming, wait, I understand.
I'm coming. Let me my land. Because when I land, you understand. Say not be demolition. Because the idea here you bring saying that demolition. No, not be demolition. Okay. With the restructure, because when we talk of institutional reform, right? Now government say we get mandates to do what we do. And those people elected us because of that confidence that this man go deliver. And this will not be government ABC go talk one thing, you go do another one. Okay. So now for us to wait, if maybe after 1 year, we'll not see what we find. Now they will start to criticize. Not at this stage.
Nobody criticizes us. You know? The question that they ask, you see, when I won't bring the place down, what do I want put for there?
Well, they restructure the hospital still there. Now some services. Now I don't explain that one. Now just 1 or 2 services that they relocate go Stella Obasanjo. The hospital still there. As they talk for English, they say not be hood, make monk. Okay. Not the way to hospital itself is more than the buildings. Because government office say that environment not be good environment.
If you look at
if you want to improve the environment,
if you look this one, you manage with the Edo State Health Insurance Scheme. And they talk and say, yes, if you go that place, you go talk about proximity. See, when I won't go take care, you go there close to you. People
primary healthcare centers.
Yes. People there when BCS they want to capture for this Edo Health Insurance Scheme. Yes. Or people they want to they do for around Ring Road now. Where they won't go to get services. What we know, say before that, when I talk about relocation of that Edo Central Hospital now. What they do for Edo Specialist Hospital, the rates, it's different from the rate for the other side. People are there for that area now. Where una say me they're going to take? Wait first now. Now double question I want to ask you. What does mean they're going to take? They're going to take health. They're going to take their medical attention. Where they get her from? I understand they kind of go down Sapler Road. Una not think of the issue of congestion of the road for that Sapler Road axis, especially when they're near the hospital.
Yeah, thank you for that question you raised. The idea of the health insurance now to make healthcare they accessible to everybody.
And they go they close to
I'm coming. You talk of Sapler Road. Do you know the population of Edo people living in that axis? Do you know that you even have far more people living there than GRA as a whole now? Why am I saying this? Expansion of Edo don't bypass. Okay. Right? You have a lot of people living around there. Okay. And even when the Sapler Road get problem, people complain say that road get problem, and you know that just recently the Edo State Oil and Gas Commission don't intervene. They don't do that work. Yeah, those roads they bad. From PZ Junction, we don't do a reach winners, and when they take them beyond, that's a federal road. So we are making things easy for Edo people, right? There are people living there. Why traffic they do now? Because the people they go house. So if at night any incident happen, before you reach Ring Road, you get where they're closer to you. So at times, when we are putting up certain arguments, we need to look the other side.
The people when they for Ring Road, if at night something they happen to them,
there's a specialist hospital there. There's even just by Zenith Bank along Sapler Road, there's a primary healthcare center, which of course the commissioner is already working on. The commissioner has a plan. I cannot come here and talk about what the commissioner for health is doing. Very beautiful plans. But one thing you must know, this one our government want to give Edo people better life. And that is why Edo people vote for us last September. And the work is a continuous work. It's not at this stage that, okay, these are the stage of, say, will they restructure that place? Why? You'll give us the benefits of the doubt. It is when after 1 year or 2 years we not do them, you can say, this one, which one I talk, we not do them.
Okay, make I go to the Edo Library. Another issue for the Sapler Road. Edo State Library don't be there for some time. Yes. But when this administration, now for time when we say nothing, we see and say the place don't bring them down and the rest. I know so you go let us know the plan one and get for that place.
Yeah, thank you. Before now, you know me now, university lecturer. On many occasions, I don't go to that library. The state of that library was not good at all. Okay. You go agree with me.
I know. I agree
all the facilities they did there, not good for eye, right? And this one, our government maybe say get the mandate of the people. Because when you have the mandate of the people, you must use that mandate well. And that mandate now to develop Edo. Before now, they don't try bring this company, ShopRite, come Edo State. The past 12 years, they don't make several efforts. And in now looking at the location, because first, the issue of insecurity now make the people, they manage them before come out. You know, during EdSARS protest, they destroy the place, loot the place, and the rest. So the former South African company now sold it to a Nigerian. One Mr. Tayo Amusa. And that man, we know saying that billionaire, he don't be into this business for years. And June this year, he took over the management of ShopRite as the new owner. So because this governor and PSABC don't get friends within the corporate circle, and what will they do for Edo? They don't see the developmental strides. The man can't agree to say they want to bring ShopRite company. Looking at that building, before now, that building, the house stock exchange. Stock exchange don't come to operate there again. some of the private people, if they occupy some of the floors, they know they pay which they're supposed to pay to government. And even some of them don't even leave that place. Do you know that at the time, mad people can't stay there? The place was in a very terrible, especially something within the heart of Benin City. So the governor can't talk, say, this one are where library fair deal. Wait till be on our plan. Much as say we want to bring on a come this ShopRite environment, wait till be on our plan. And they don't tell us, say they want to give us brand new library there for that same place. It go be soundproof. So that when I'm coming, so that when our people come use library, the environment go there good, because if you don't read book, at times some of us they read book reach 5 hours. You go relax, go where ShopRite, they do what you want to do. The idea is to create an environment where even investors, when they know say we get all this kind of facilities, you go encourage them.
I want to find out
people when they do agricultural products, because the local economy will benefit if ShopRite did that location. And again, not be just that library complex, up to where we get former Ministry of Agric. They don't relocate Ministry of Agric from that place. Because the buildings there.
The question I want to ask you when we say,
Yes.
you never let me ask now.
Yes.
You are person when we say you, according to you, and when I know, you're
Yes.
a university lecturer.
Yes.
And I'm proud to have somebody like you as a university lecturer in this our great country, Nigeria. And so now in those
Thank you for that
You
word.
understand?
Yes.
Now for your own wisdom, now if you say now to destroy where people go for land and to bring supermarkets come there, now go there better.
Maybe you don't get what I talk just now. The library go still there.
Okay.
That's the mistake we make. Excuse me, I'm coming. This place, in the modern world, this place, if you do 5 things.
Yes, that we do more than 5
I don't go show for London. Here be saying that just one small room will do show.
Yeah.
But you get this big place, right? So what do you think? And waiting 21st century Peking think, feel not be the same. And I tell you for one reason. If as that building there, the space they there would they waste that space, which of course is not a good sign of correct management. Then the contract say the library will still there, right? They go upgrade them with facilities. Then you still get ShopRite for that kind of big compound. I don't think that is a bad government
decision. You tell me one thing here now. Say by God's grace, now go do. I mean, they won't be go there soundproof.
Of course, people will use that library.
But the question that they ask now only supermarket or provision stores there now be say we go, wait now be say we go the build one be say we get Jara for supply for wait now for second for what do they call it, Sokumba Road by Second Junction there. We get Jara for inside 19th Street here. Will they bring on that Jara in the shape of ShopRite? Now only supermarkets or provision stores now be say yes the state government get for mind to open for the people. No, that is what we say yes we go think.
No, the mistake we they make me say. Now because say we don't get that mindset say I don't know ancient city. In a real modern city, a place like Abuja, they have over 5 branches of ShopRite. Is it that we don't want development in Edo State? So beyond that, the other things, because the idea is that some of these things, people travel out, some clothes and the rest, to get these things outside. If you want many people visit your city, there are some certain things that must be in place. People, they come here because it get what to make them they come here. Person, Benin, they are the middle of Nigeria. You don't think, say, a good move creates an environment that will encourage people to say, as they go through Benin, man, relax more. Like we get Protea Hotel, no matter how highly placed somebody is, Protea meets with that standard. Even I hear say one, the opposite car that they don't build now. So if that Sapler Road, that commercial hub, you get ShopRite, you get Jara, you get Market Square, you get all these facilities there, that will attract visitors to Benin City. Not that we have a lot of people abroad. They will say, what I want to do for Benin this Christmas. You not see as our people, they even Kada, una gets. That place, that Kada Plaza, don't take too small. ShopRite is a shopping mall, right? Now those things, they make life good, sweet for Edo people. And that is what the governor has thought of and said, we just have to do this. Because now for posterity, we do them. Some of us, they don't go abroad. All these ShopRite and
the Virgin land,
they get some places, they say, every street is there for abroad.
The Virgin land, where be say be there for, what do they call them, Dumais Road, Joshua Sapler Road. That place is not good enough.
Of course,
that place
and I'm happy to say those State Oil and Gas Commission only work on Dumais Road before, say erosion law. And again, I don't want to talk about waiting that former governor promised and say not do one. This one not be signboard ShopRite. This one are real ShopRite. You know, a lot of our people criticize that. Why they not bring that ShopRite? Now that they bring them, we need to embrace this initiative. Because by next year, when the thing done they get shape, maybe between now and say December next year, you will still invite me to come this program, we'll review them.
Some of our elders, by God going visit, there be civil servants and the rest, they retire and all of that. After retirement, for time when we say, you know, most civil servants, all civil servants, that prayer be say, may they walk to their apex, they go retire. At the end of retirement, they will get their gratuity, they will get their pension at every month and all of that.
Yes.
Some of our elder people, they come out, elders, they come out and protest, block the whole of Ring Road the other day, say the state government, they owe them for pension and the rest. So they don't pay them for some months, and even say the ones when they one day, they reduce them by the day when all of us they agree, say times are rough. And we can't hear the other time when you come out, you say Edo State government, no, they owe pensioners. I want to find out from you, those people that when BC they do, when BC they go, they protest the other day, is it that they don't know what they protest for, or they don't want to cause wahala, or just to attract sympathy, or they won't give government bad name? Now, they're going to do that thing.
Yeah, thank you. You know, every association, they always get issues, right? And of course, the pensioners' own not will be exception. I not talk, or government not talk, say, we not the old batak, we say we not the old monthly pension. Then we can't even make the clarification on the issue of gratuity, because you know the effect COVID gets on global economy was such that most of the plans the government make, say they want to, they not do most of those things. In spite of COVID, and to date, this is the only state in Nigeria where pensioners get their monthly pension at the end, even before the end of every month, on the 26th of every month. So yes, the issue of gratuity, I'm coming. The issue of gratuity, yes, we don't pay this thing instrument, and now waiting we don't inherit right on time. Most of these gratuities don't be there for over 9 years, but we don't pay and sponsor. Then we get plans under this new appropriation to clear some of these gratuities. And again, this one at the state government, so when you look at the life insurance for all workers, now one of the components of the new pension law, the contributory pension scheme. So the premiums the government is supposed to pay, right, for workers to get death benefits, will they pay that in? That is why when we not pray for any civil servant to die, but once that thing happen, within 2 months, they don't get their life benefits. So this one, our government able say take these senior citizens matter very serious. One of the main grounds that those people get, apart from this issue of the gratuity, now say their association they deduct 1% as check-off dues. You don't go blame government for that one. No, their own association
has nothing
that.
to do with government.
Of course. So that was one of the reasons why those people come out.
But the one
but the issue of gratuity, me don't tell you say, just like every other state, they get this issue of pension problem. Will not be exception for the issue of gratuity, but for monthly pension, will not do. And that's why the pensioners they are very pleased with the government.
Just like you said now, say someday when we say don't they owe before today. Governments, according to now, government is a continuum.
We are not saying, we are saying we are going to put it in the next year's budget to pay this instrumental payment.
What about the apart from the gratuity when they for grant, there's some months they won't never get their pension. No, what you don't know, say, excuse me, there are some people who say at times maybe they're not there and they don't do verification. Okay. Right? But in terms of monthly pension, for all the verified pensioners, they get their monthly pension. And if you notice, they didn't complain about monthly pension. I was able to isolate the two main issues. Okay. Namely the issue of gratuity, which government has been paying instrumentally, and because pension, I tell you, every now and then people they retire. Yeah. So both person retire yesterday and person retire 3 years ago, we complain for the same thing. But would they do this thing? Because now what we don't agree, say we will do, and we will definitely do them. But the issue of monthly pension, you will agree with me, say, they're not complaining about that money. Will they try? No, easy. There are some state governments that are owing arrears of salaries. You don't get to compare. You don't get to compare. We are not at the peak of oil producing states like Rivers, Delta, Bayelsa, and the others. Honorable Commissioner, I want to. You see, you tell me before we enter studio and I say, now progressives, they're not people they like to compare themselves with. Yes. Abi, those people they won't be saying. So now, if you say some state no they pay, now most states not compare those states.
Most states no they pay, but we they try. So I need to commend us for those things we do.
No compare. See, person when they do something, now they ask to make you do more. Yes. So if I thought say yes, you do, person they ask to do more. It's not out of place.
Absolutely.
So I will ask of you at this point now, because all of us know quite all right. See all of this one. that be say the state government they do to make sure say pensioners that they
Yes.
rain fall this morning now.
Yes.
And seriously, even of my colleague now, because of the state of the rain, there, you know, if you find a place to this to this place and the rest. The issue of flooding on our roads and all of that, how the state government take they address that issue?
Thank you. You know, we look all the various projects, say, before this present government come on board. And this government no go say, because this one and this other person do one. So they deal with this issue of flooding holistically. And just recently, we don't set up our Edo State version of new map, this erosion control agency. And of course, if you look at most of the roads before, you will agree with me, say this government don't do many roads across the tourism districts. I'll give you Ekosodi. You see how they deal with that issue of Ekosodi.
How they deal with the Ekosodi, and when they go by, you pass the Ekosodi, now after they talk, and the road have started failing.
No. It's not they still they work on them now, because all those access roads, right? If they not do access roads, channel the water. The road don't go feel, you don't feel also the road don't complete, but it's a work that they never finish. Now when they don't finish the work, you can't tell me, sir,
it's a work in progress.
How come they do this work? They not do them the way they're supposed to do them. And remember, say, in the area, there's a very major project this government has done that no other governments from the time of Midwest don't do that kind of project, and that did not open up the real estate business for GRA. Iriri, Arogba, Obasagbo. Those communities, you don't open up that area. All our young people, both PDP, APC, and the rest, they are not into this real estate business. This state now, and the only state for Nigeria, they say your CFO, sharp, you don't get them. So that one, a new sector, we say this government don't create. We don't pass the private property law. We don't even amend them to take away all these oppressive conducts. And again, apart from infrastructural, there are still some non-infrastructural interventions. The Edo Creative Hub will be opened next week, Saturday, for our young people, to engage our young people, so that those able to do this internet fraud, they can't get new things. They say they will channel their energies towards.
So the tech park.
The idea of that Arogba area now to open up that area for redevelopment, and we get our tech park, so that those who want to be software engineers, you get 100 of them there.
Okay. No, before I go let you come.
Those are the things we
before I go let you come, because time no be our friend. Now you see, when person government they give work, especially road projects, they go put signboard there. This government, this work job was awarded at so time. The name of the contractor was Siam, the work Siam, the time of completion they there. I want to find out now when it will take complete Ekenwa Road.
Ekenwa Road, man, I'll tell you the truth. Waiting delay that road small now this raining season. And I'm happy to say Hamatan will soon start. I don't know, because of climate change, we not even know when Hamatan. You say rainfall again today.
No, before now. You know, me say rainfall. No,
I say of course. It depends on where you follow, because when we follow, I don't notice rain not fall like that. You know? Of course, now here we come this morning. Even when you shower, it not fall heavy. You go say because of that heavy rain. But I agree with me, say the way rain till they fall now, not be as it be before, because of climate change. So to that extent,
so by application, we don't know when the Ekenwa Road will finish.
No, excuse me. Hopefully, once the rain don't reduce.
Ekenwa Road will finish.
They don't even go back to sites.
I know.
But most of those gutters that they do, you know, if they do those gutters, they put concrete rain before it goes spoil the water. So in the heat,
once the dry season
in the heat of the Hamatan, by the time maybe say we don't know, say yes, the road they good enough. Of course, we don't even asphalt. If you notice, they don't asphalt beyond even that hole. So hopefully this December, that place will be a construction site, so that before middle of next year, the road will don't take shape.
The question I ask you,
to even dualize that road.
No, Commissioner. The question I ask you, we say, when they go complete the road, because you and I agree, they for government. Before government give any work, I go say, this is where we are going to start, this is where we are ending.
Now, long stretch at every given
point.
So
we don't know when it will end.
By the grace of God, before next year, the road will don't go beyond.
So we never know when it will
beyond that valley. You will not go beyond the valley.
So we never know when it will end.
Of course, the work don't start, and definitely before the end of next year, we will don't do that work to a point here. They say all the people will get houses around, because they're very long projects. Long road projects.
Thank you so much, Andrew Adaze Ewanta, Edo State Commissioner for Communication. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on this program.
Next time when we call you, you go show your face again.
Very well, because we must answer to Edo people. You know.
Right. We'll take a very short break now. When we come back, continue for where we say we stop. Not going anywhere. The name of the program, Good Morning from Benin, and so many other issues then they when be say yes, say we go put mouth. Stay with us.